On today's episode of Migrant Success Stories, we'll be looking at a very inspiring story of a young Nigerian medical doctor who moved to the UK just like every other person. But today he quit medicine, but it's doing really well. So I'm going to bring him up stage right now so that you will hear from the horse's mouth. His story is really inspiring, and I want you all to watch this video. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like, oh, what's the next way forward? If you're feeling stuck, or you're even looking for business ideas that migrants can go into and be successful in the UK, this is the right place for you. So stay tuned while we go straight into today's video. Hello, you're welcome. Could you please let us know who we're chatting with today?
My name is Niyi Babalola.
Welcome. So who is Niyi Babalola?
All right. I'll just put it this way. I am Dr. Niyi Babalola. I'm the founder of Bablo Homes. I run a real estate agency in the UK. I've been doing this for 2 years. Came to the UK 2021, January to be precise. And here I am, built this business for over 2 years and taking it from a startup, still a startup, or trying to take it to a bigger company. And that's been going well. Yes, that's it. So basically, my company links buyers and sellers. So we mainly help people to invest in properties in the UK, whether you're based abroad or you're based in the UK. Basically, my slogan is, I help you make money from property. I don't really talk about people that want to buy houses they live in. I help people that are trying to make extra income by investing in property.
Okay, so if you're trying to go into property investment in the UK and you don't know how to go about it or where to start, Dr. Niyi is your guy. But wait, from your story, there's something very interesting that caught my attention, and I'll be happy if you can share with my audience. I understand that you moved to the UK as a medical doctor, right?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm a medical doctor, trained back home, graduated back home, came to the UK to do my master's. When I was doing my master's, I started working for the NHS, right, in surgical assessment unit. However, whilst I was working in the NHS, I knew that I can't do this for long. So whilst I was still doing my master's and already got employed by the NHS, I was already thinking of what better can I do, because I was spending too much time in the hospital. We had about 15 surgeons in my unit. And for me, I was not seeing the kind of life I wanted to live in the next 10 years, 15 years in them. I was seeing them working long hours. I was seeing them maybe not balling. I like to ball. So basically, I started thinking there should be a better way. And I didn't just want to be giving what's left of me to my family. I need to give what's best of me to the family. I need to give my active time to my kids that I'm raising. So that's why I started thinking it's better for me to do something that would spend less time doing, even though it will probably be, I'll just say, a bigger impact vehicle than just being in medicine.
And I find that quite interesting because medicine or working in the UK as a doctor is a dream of so many people. And here somebody had it and just dished it. I'm like, no, this is not for me, right? So at what point did it click and you're like, no, I need to just, this is not, I'm not cut out for this. Was there any moment for you? Was there any incident that happened that you were like, no, this is not it. I need to do something else that I love to do?
I don't even know how to start that, because that really happened to me in August 2022. I just had my little baby. He was admitted in the ICU after he was born. But I still needed to, it was in ICU for about a week. And my paternity leave was less than 2 weeks, that period. So even if my son was just discharged, I needed to start going back to work. And I still needed to be putting in those 12-hour shifts 6 times a week. I didn't like it, right? And my wife just finished having a cesarean section. So for me, it's like, you know the way it is with childcare in the UK. So it's like you're trying to help your spouse. At the same time, you're trying to help your little son that you've just got. And at the same time, you're still trying to put food on the table. So at that point, it dawned on me like, there has to be another way. At that point, I started thinking, if my plan in this UK, after all this work that we are doing is to invest in property? Can't I start it now? Then that was when I started looking for another way. So it took me from August 2022 up until October 2023 before I finally pulled the straw. When I say pulled the straw, that's when I set up my company in October 2023, but I stopped working February 2024.
So, guys, have you heard it? Don't let anything hold you back, especially if you can, because we understand that, we have visa restrictions and all of that. But if you have no such restrictions, you are free to make the bold move. Do it.
Visa restrictions, that's one of the things as well. Kudos to my wife. I had to tell her, like, if we're going to be going this way, if I'm going to be having a business, we need to switch, right? I had to go from being a main applicant to being a dependent, so I could do this legally, because I just felt if I was going to be doing this legally, I needed to put all my efforts into the business. And if I'm going to be putting all my efforts into the business, I'll be violating the rules of the government.
Yeah. I think it's high time we start talking about Blacks and people like us, looking into businesses that we can go into, because 9 to 5 these days doesn't really cut it anymore. Like, I don't know. Things are expensive, going expensive every day. So 9 to 5 alone right now, I don't think it works. Everybody needs a side hustle or multiple streams of income.
Exactly. And I'm up for that every day. I always say, if, for example, I'll use my story, hopefully help somebody else out there. If you're working 72 hours or 70 hours a week, but if you have a side hustle, it helps you to cut down those hours. It helps you to have a better system, or like a better life, right? Because if you're, I don't know how much you get paid per hour, but say, for example, you're getting paid £30 or £50 or £90 an hour, whatever it is, right? And you are now cutting it down by 10 hours a week because a side hustle is giving you that equivalent of that money per week, right? It's not going to happen overnight, but at least you can start building it from now. That way, instead of you spending 72 hours or spending 60 something hours every week going to your place of work, you can have reduced time and spend that time with family, spend that time on holiday, spend that time and do something else that you're happy about.
Okay, now that you have told us why a medical doctor would walk away from medicine and go into properties, can you please tell us the pain, the challenges that people could face or that you have faced in this business?
All right. Very, very good question. Yeah. The kind of pain people usually face, I would say, is from the foundation, right? First things first, there are three main challenges people face trying to build any business, and it's usually about money, knowledge, and time. People probably don't have enough money to start a business that they want to do. They don't have the knowledge, and they don't have the time to even do the business. So for me, in the beginning, I was working a lot of hours. I didn't have time to go into my business. That's why I finally quit, so I could focus on the business. Now, I didn't have the knowledge. I needed to pay for knowledge. For example, I usually call you in my family YouTube Queen, right? If I want to start a YouTube channel today, I want Tochi to teach me. You understand? So you need someone to teach you, someone to hold you by the hand. And the last part, which is money. People always think you need money to start something. But do people believe in you? Do people believe in your dream? People would invest in you to start that dream. So for me, I had those three challenges as well. I got educated, got mentorship, made sure I created time, and at the end of the day, I leveraged on people around me to get money to start the business.
That makes sense. So what are the biggest mistakes investors make or people make generally in this line of business?
In property business, for example, in the UK, a lot of things, I won't just say investors, I'll say Nigerian investors. The kind of mistakes people have been making is that they shop around too long. Like you see them, they've been trying to invest in this property, but they've been shopping around, asking people, talking to different people for over a year, right? And they are not actually taking action. But in between all those shopping around, inflation is happening, interest rates are changing. Just go for it first. You understand? So that's number one. Number two, you see them talking to their aunties, their cousins, their family friends about property investing. But those people don't even have the education. If they have the education, that's fine, right? So they keep talking to the wrong set of people. Another mistake people make is they believe they can do it by themselves. But it's like when you're trying to do something yourself, it will either take you longer if you finally get it, or you don't even get to do it at all. It's just like now, I'm not a mechanic, but in the UK has taught us how to be doing DIY, right?
Yeah.
It would take me longer to do what the mechanic could do, but I could save time, save costs, save doing the wrong thing by going to a mechanic and having it done. So speak to experts, talk to people who have done it, not just your cousins and your aunts, because they will lead you astray. Another thing I will mention again is most Nigerians keep thinking UK investments is like Nigerian investments. And what I mean by that is, Nigeria, they can tell you, oh, buy this land today, next year is 30%, 50% ROI. But based on which data, right? In the UK, there's data for everything, right? People want to invest in property, but they want to take it like crypto or stocks. It's not. UK property is something that's safe. I'm sure you've seen houses that have been there for 200 years ago, 1885. You see it on top of the building. It's been there for years, and it's generations and generations and generations to come. So you want to invest in something that is low risk, that is there for generations, in a country that that is a G7 country that is going to be there for a while.
Yeah. I know that there's this argument online. In fact, it has always been, it didn't even start today, where people say it's better to invest back home first before investing in another man's land. And then some people are of the opinion that it's better to invest where you are than where you live or spend the most part of your life before thinking about investing back home. What's your take on that? Just before we continue quickly.
All right. My take on that is very simple. Niyi Babalola is an hustler. That's my take. So I will tell you what I mean by that, right? I'm an hustler. I want to earn in pounds, right? I'm not saying don't invest back home. I'm pro Nigeria. I still invest back home, but I'm an hustler. Where would I have better return of my money? For example, I've been approached to buy a house, for example, in Lekki, right? For almost 200 million. And the rent is 10 million per year. 10 million per year. But meanwhile, that 200 million is like 100,000 pounds here. I will get 900 pounds monthly rent. Monthly, not per year. Which is what? 1.8 million. Right? Even if I do my deductions, 1.5 million. Okay, 1 million. That's 12 million a year. And I'm not even bothered about maintenance and things like this. So for me, it's like
you're not worried about somebody coming to tell you they're going to demolish the property.
Exactly. I'm not worried about that. You understand? There are many things I'm not worried about. You understand? So I'm just, for me as an hustler, because I will get better returns putting it here in the UK, and there's capital appreciation that is trackable. So if I now want to retire, yes, I can go and build a big mansion at home and retire there. But the point is, if I build that mansion at home right now, or build that house at home right now, in 20 years' time, when I want to go back home, that house is outdated. And I like fresh, new luxury things.
That makes sense. I think one mistake people make is that they feel like once you own a property in the UK, you can't sell or rent it out if you don't want it anymore, or if you're moving out, or if you're going back home. Like, it's your property, so you can easily sell it off, use the money, and go back home and do something, meaningful for yourself. Or you could even rent it out and be getting the rent,
Exactly. And the point is, that misconception of people saying they can't sell the property is because they didn't even buy right in the first place. They didn't buy in the right locations. And that's why people like me, I help people sell properties, I help people buy properties, right? Disclaimer. If you're trying to sell your property and you have property problems, you can always come to me to help you sell your properties. But anyways, selling property in the UK, it is not difficult if you have the right connections. And if you're buying properties in the UK, even if you need a mortgage and you're back home in Nigeria, it's not difficult if you have the right connections.
So how does Bablo help? Like, what solutions does Bablo Homes provide?
Thank you very much.
If I need your services now, I say I need your services. What can you do for me?
What I like to say is, I don't want you to have the headache of looking for property in the right location, looking for the right tenants. If your property needs renovation, I don't want you having the headache of which builders will I use. I don't want you having the headache of which solicitors will I use. I don't want you having the headache of how will I get a mortgage from Nigeria, or how will I get a mortgage even here in the UK? So I help my clients end to end. All you need to do is pick up the phone, talk to my team or talk to myself. We'll go through the plan A to Z on what you want. I like to tell people things like, oh, someone tells me I've got £50,000, for example, right? What are you looking to make on your £50,000? If that money, for example, both of us talk about the return on investment you're looking at, that is reasonable, then I'll help you look through the data, see how you can make that amount from the money you're investing. So I'll find the property for you, do all the viewings for you, negotiate the property for the best price, help you through the conveyancing process till the keys get to your hand, and also help you to put tenants into the property, help you look after your property. You don't need to do any maintenance or anything because I put companies into your properties as well. Another side note, I've got a CQC registered company that we also use those properties for. So meaning once people have a property and they're not bothered about tenants, we provide care to people. So we put them into those properties to help our clients be sure that they have long leases, 5 years, 10 years, things like that. Yeah. So for the client in Nigeria, all they know is if they go on government website, they see that on the land registry, this is their property. And every month, ka-ching, rent is coming to their pocket. Not every year, every month.
Oh, that's good. That's really, really good. So do you also help set up Airbnbs and service apartments and stuff like that?
Personally, I don't do Airbnbs. Reason why is it's too much work, right? Because tenants will check in, they will check out, you need to get cleaners in, things like that. It's too much work. But I've got 3 different companies I use in case my clients tell me I want the property to be an Airbnb company. Then I refer them to the companies I use that I trust to help them manage the property as an Airbnb.
Okay. So if you're in Nigeria or anywhere in the world and you want to buy or invest in properties in the UK, or you are even in the UK and want to go into search, Bablo is your guy, okay? They deliver.
Yeah. And I've got clients all over the world, in Canada, in Sierra Leone, South Africa, Ghana, and of course, many Nigerians back home in places like Akure, Ibadan, Abuja, and of course, in the UK as well. So we just always want to make sure that our clients are not having the headache of how do I go about this? Who will help me do this? Who will help me? Everything is streamlined inside the company. They just speak to us in the company and that's it.
Wow. That's so beautiful. And that's such a great business idea, really. Like, I know that a lot of people think about businesses they can go into, but there are lots of businesses actually, like service-based businesses that are not even product-based, just offer services. And this, your business, is one of such. And I'm so proud of you. Well done.
Thank you very much, Tochi. Like they say, if you want to get rich quick, solve rich people's problems.
That makes sense. I'm learning a lot from you, and I hope you guys have learned from Dr. Niyi as well. So this is the essence of sessions like this, for us to learn something. I'm sure you've taken something home. If you've taken something home already, let us know what you've gotten from this video in the comment section. Okay. And also let's appreciate Dr. Niyi for coming to share with us, because you don't get such people easily. You know how many forms you have to sign, how much you have to pay to learn from him, but he's giving it to us free of charge. So yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. And of course, if you're looking to connect with us, that's the name on the screen, Bablo Homes. Tochi, I'm grateful for bringing me here to speak to your people. I hope I'll be able to inspire, and probably I've been able to inspire some people on how they can navigate journey into property in the UK.
Yeah, I'll also leave all their contact details in the description box. Feel free to contact them. Also leave your questions in the comment section. Hopefully I'll bring him back to answer the questions by himself.
Yeah. I'm happy to come back and answer questions. Yeah, that would be fun.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you for coming. And thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye.